Today we're going to talk about the ultimate technology of consciousness, meditation. The word alone invokes a wide variety of thoughts, fears, feelings, and reactions. You can really feel the power this word wields from the energetic reactions when people hear it being said. That tells me that there is something esoteric and deep there that we are all connected to. Some people run, some make jokes, some attach a sarcastic, spooky, witchcrafty undertone to it. And a lot of people say that they've tried it, nothing happened so they quit, just to convince you that they're in the know. But in my opinion, most people really don't have a firm understanding of what it means to meditate and certainly aren't aware of the wide-ranging benefits, both biologically and spiritually, that reconnecting through stillness can bring. If they did, I think everybody would meditate daily. From my experiences, meditation is one of the most valuable tools of consciousness and a sincere requirement if one wishes to master their inner world or simply raise their vibration and live a healthy, purposeful life. Most people think meditation is just sit still, close your eyes, try not to think. But what if meditation is actually a technology of consciousness, a tool? What if it can rewire your brain or heal your body or calm your nervous system? Maybe it can connect you to higher dimensions of reality. Meditation can activate your pineal gland and open a doorway from the 3D survival consciousness to 5D unity, intuition, and creation. Lots of power there. Hello again, everybody. My name is Robert Christopher. Welcome back. In this episode of Conscious Creator, we are going to dissect thoroughly meditation and what it is. Biologically, scientifically, historically, spiritually, metaphysically, and any other way. So by the end of this video, you will know what meditation is, why it works, how to do it, and how a consistent practice can transform your life at every level. So just to be clear, my goal would never be to tell another human being how to live their life. That's not what I'm doing. These are simply my perceptions of over 15 years of practicing meditation and the many transformations that I have experienced personally through sitting still and looking inward. So here we go. What is meditation really? So at its core, meditation is just the practice of training your attention. It is the art of becoming conscious of consciousness itself. It is the act of leaving the world of the five senses, from becoming no one, no thing, nowhere, no body, and in no time. It is the shift from being lost in thoughts to witnessing thoughts, and to resting as the awareness behind those thoughts. It is not about stopping thoughts forever. It is about changing your relationship to those thoughts. In reality, you are not your thoughts. You are simply the space that your thoughts move through. Try to understand that. Meditation is also the practice of remembering that. It is the practice of becoming familiar with. So let's just go over brief history and some cultural stuff that pertains to the roots of meditation. So meditation is ancient and universal, we all know. In India, Vedic sages practiced what they call dhyana, which is deep meditative absorption, thousands of years ago. In Buddhism, meditation is the central path to insight and liberation. This would be vipassana and samatha. In China, Taoist and Zen traditions used meditation to return to natural harmony and no mind. In Christian mysticism, contemplative prayer and stillness seek union with the divine or source. In Sufism, whirling, chanting, and silent remembrance are all meditative doorways. Indigenous cultures used trance, rhythm, breath, and nature to enter altered states of awareness. These are all different forms from different languages, but they all have the same core impulse: to return to source, to go beyond the small self, to know who and what we really are. Meditation is not new. It is our oldest inner technology. So let's just kind of look at some of the science and biology of meditation, and we'll start by grounding all of this in the body. So first is your brain waves, or states of consciousness. So you have a variety of brain waves. Your brain operates in different frequency bands. One would be beta, which operates between 13 and 30 hertz. This is your normal waking, thinking, analyzing. And you can be in high beta, which is more stressful. The next one is alpha brain waves, which is 8 to 12 hertz. And this is more relaxed, calm, creative, often present with your eyes closed. Next is theta brain waves, which is 4 to 7 hertz. This is deep relaxation, dreamlike access and access to the subconscious mind, early sleep, and deep meditation. The next brain wave would be delta state, which is operating from 0.5 to 3 hertz. And in delta, it's more of a deep restorative sleep. In some advanced meditators, deep stillness while awake. And finally, we have gamma brain waves, which is the holy grail. Gamma now, you are between 30 and 80 hertz, so it's a little bit higher, but this is straight. You're in the zone. So there's high integration, insight. Some studies link gamma with compassion and non-dual states. So regular meditation tends to reduce stress, which is high beta over activation. It also gives you a comprehensive biological upgrade of nearly 40%. It increases alpha and theta states, which are associated with calm, creativity, and interconnection. In some practices, increase gamma linked to heightened awareness and integration. So you are literally changing the station of your consciousness. So number 2, the nervous system and how meditation affects it. So now you will go from survival to safety. Meditation shifts your body from the sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight, to switching on your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest, digestion, and healing. So here are some effects that have been reportedly found in this research. Meditation drastically reduces heart rate and blood pressure. It lowers the levels of stress hormone, cortisol. You will see improved sleep, better emotional regulation, enhanced focus and attention. So when you meditate, you are telling your nervous system basically that we are safe now and you can relax. Only from that safety can deeper spiritual work unfold. So number 3, let's look at brain structure and plasticity. So research shows long-term meditators often display increased thickness or activity in regions linked to attention, emotional regulation, and self-awareness, like the prefrontal cortex and insula. We also see decreased reactivity in the amygdala, which is the brain's fear or alarm center. So the translation of this, you will see more conscious response, less automatic reaction, more inner observer, less emotional hijack. Meditation literally reshapes the brain over time. So let's look at the pineal gland and inner vision as it relates to meditation. So now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the pineal gland. So the pineal gland is a tiny pine cone shaped structure in the center of the brain. Biologically, it helps regulate sleep-wake cycles through melatonin and serotonin release. It is sensitive to light, rhythms, and cycles. So symbolically and esoterically, it has been called the third eye. You've heard that in many mystical traditions. It is the seat of inner vision, intuition, and spiritual insight. Some spiritual perspectives suggest that the pineal gland mediates higher states of awareness. It also may act like an antenna or transducer for subtle energies, downloading information. Certain breathwork and meditative techniques can activate or sensitize the pineal gland. So the pineal gland, for most people, has been calcified by years and years of programming on purpose and being purposely bombarded by neurotoxins such as fluoride and misaligned frequencies. Scientifically, research continues So we don't have hard proof of it as a stargate, but what we do know is it is central in regulating circadian rhythms. It affects mood, sleep quality, and overall well being. Many people report vivid inner visions and intuitive downloads in deep meditation. From a conscious creator's perspective, meditation refines the inner senses, and the pineal gland is one of the key players. In my opinion, it's your first eye, and in fact, I believe the pineal gland is such a powerful, mystical, and ancient element of the human experience that soon I will be dedicating an entire episode on all things pineal gland in the near future. So stay tuned out there, guys. Let's move into meditation and dimensions, and let's moving from 3D consciousness to 5D. So let's talk dimensions. So when we say 3D consciousness, we are talking about our world here on planet Earth, the material world, the world of the five senses, a state of consciousness focused solely on the physical. It is the world of survival, separation, time, and space. I am my body. I am my role. I am what I have. When we say 5D consciousness, we mean a state of unity, love, and intuition and higher awareness. A felt sense of being connected to everything. Time feels more fluid, intuitive, and life starts to feel guided. This identity shifts from just this ego to I am awareness itself. Meditation is one of the primary gateways between these two states. So, how does that happen? One, it quiets the 3D mind. So, when mental noise and fear subside, you can feel the subtle presence underneath. Two, it expands awareness beyond the body. In deep meditation, many people report feeling energy beyond their physical body, sensing themselves as a field, not a solid object, experiencing a melting sort of feeling, a melting of inner versus outer and just connectivity. Three, it changes your sense of time. Minutes can feel like seconds or like hours. Past and future now lose their grip. Only the now remains. And number four, it opens doors to mystical states. You will start to sense unity with all things. You will have encounters with guides or light beings, maybe. Visits to other realms in dreams or meditative journeys. Clear intuitive downloads about your life, purpose, or next steps. So from a spiritual lens, meditation does not just relax you, it retunes your frequency so you can receive information and insight from higher levels of consciousness. So let's look at the types, and there's plenty of types of meditation, but let's just look at the types of meditations and why people use them. So there isn't just one right way to meditate. There are different techniques, different effects. To me, what is important is intention. So let's look at these. First one is breath-based meditation, and the focus here is on the breath, obviously, the in and out and the sensation of that. And the purpose is to calm the nervous system, train attention, and anchor presence. Number two is mantra meditation. So the focus here would be repeating a word or phrase, silently or aloud, and the purpose is to occupy the thinking mind so awareness can sink deeper. Number three is the mindfulness meditation, and the focus here is observing thoughts, sensations, and emotions non-judgmentally, and the purpose is to build awareness, emotional regulation, and inner space. Number four is metta, or the loving kindness metta meditation, and the focus here is generating compassion and goodwill for self and others. And the purpose is to heal the heart, dissolve separation, and increase empathy. Number five is guided visualization and journeying type of meditation, and the focus here is visualizing scenes, light energy, or specific outcomes. The purpose here is to reprogram the subconscious mind, manifest, heal, and explore inner realms. Number six is body scan or somatic meditation, and the focus is about feeling the body from within, and its purpose is to release tension, trauma, integrate mind and body. Number seven would be transcendental or non-dual practices, where the focus is resting as an awareness itself, asking, who am I beyond thought? And its purpose is to give you a glimpse into your true nature beyond your ego. So people come to meditation for multiple reasons. It could be stress relief, healing trauma, performance, and mental clarity, spiritual awakening, manifestation and creation, connection to something greater, whatever the purpose, whatever the doorway, the deeper destination is always going to be the same. And that is to return you to your true self. So let's just briefly go over how to meditate on a practical level. So keep it simple. Step 1, create a container. That is to sit or lie in a comfortable position, spine relaxed but not collapsed. You can close your eyes or keep them soft. Step 2, have an intention. Choose a focus, whether it's the breath, a mantra, focusing on your heart, or sounds. You pick a sound and stick with it. Step number 3, notice the mind wandering. This is important. Thoughts are going to come. Let them kind of float by like clouds, and go back to the present moment. That's not failure. That is the practice. And try to exercise a will greater than your body and your mind, because it's kind of like taming a wild animal. So each time you notice this and you're lost in thought, go back and find the present moment and gently come back to your focus. What you're doing here is you're strengthening the muscle of awareness. And remember, little victories add up to something much greater. Sit in the fire. Step 4, duration. So if you're new to meditation, start with 5 to 10 minutes. Over time, expand to maybe 20 to 30 minutes, once or twice a day. And if you get more practice and have the courage, try sitting for 2 to 3 hours, or simply just don't get up until you're a different person. So experiment. Be the alchemist. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the 20-minute meditation. I usually allow between 2 and 3 hours, and sometimes I connect with Source in less than an hour. Other days it takes a lot longer. It's always going to be different. But most importantly, consistency beats intensity. And there is no such thing as a bad meditation. And in fact, the hardest meditations often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Step 5, end with integration. So before you get up out of your meditation, take a few deep breaths, set an intention. I carry this presence into my day. Notice how you feel. Even it's subtle. Just become aware. Over weeks and months, this practice now stops being something that you do, and now it becomes something that you live from. So let's look at meditation as inner alchemy, or from a life transformation perspective. So what happens when you meditate consistently? So 1, your baseline state changes. Now there's less anxiety, there's more inner stability, and you become less reactive and more aware. Number 2, you start to witness your patterns. Here we go, peeling back layers. You start to witness your fears, your stories. The wounds rise to the surface. But you are no longer those wounds. You see them. You are not them anymore. And that's where the healing begins. Number 3, your intuition becomes clearer. You feel subtle yes and no in the body. Synchronicities now increase. You start feeling guided. Excuse me. Number 4, your sense of identity now shifts from I am this story, this pain, this role, to I am the awareness experiencing all of this. This is a massive leap in consciousness. And number 5, your reality reflects the new frequency. You will see different people, different opportunities arise, different choices. Meditation changes who you are being, and who you are being changes your timeline. This is inner alchemy, turning fear into presence, scarcity into trust, separation into unity. Meditation does not heal you, it changes you. And when you change, you heal. So let's look at some common blocks or misconceptions about meditation real quick. Let's just clear a few. Big one, I can't meditate. My mind is too busy. Well, that's kind of like saying I'm too out of shape to exercise. That's why you meditate. I don't feel anything special. Well, fine. Many changes are very subtle and cumulative. Watch your life over weeks, not minutes. Stop seeking immediate gratification. I've heard I'm doing it wrong. Well, there is no perfect technique. The question is, does this practice bring me closer to presence, truth, and inner peace? Meditation is an escape from reality. That's a good one. Well, to be honest, real meditation is the opposite. It trains you to be more present with reality, not less. So, why people don't meditate? Let's just talk about why most people avoid meditation altogether. Here's a big one, the main one. One, I don't have time. This is the most common excuse, right? But the truth is, meditation doesn't take time. It gives time back by sharpening focus, reducing mental noise, and calming the nervous system. The I don't have time belief, what they're really saying, in my opinion, is I don't yet see the value of being still. Or even more honestly, I'm afraid of the silence. So love yourself enough, if you love yourself, give yourself an hour or two each day for personal well-being, and start showing up for yourself and you'll see results. Number two, the fear of meeting themselves. This is why a big one too. This is the real reason I believe many people avoid meditation. It gets scary. Inside stillness, you start to begin to see your old patterns, your old wounds, fears, your shadow, your true desires, and the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding. Gets kind of scary. So meditation kind of shines a light on the places that most people try to keep dark. And that can be terrifying, right? Not because the truth is harmful, but because the ego fears losing control. Meditation threatens the old identity. Meditation threatens the stories we tell ourselves. Meditation threatens the persona that we have been performing for years. Some people avoid meditation just because if I look within, I might discover who I truly am. That's terrifying. And then I might have to change. That's even scarier. Number three, here's another one, resistance to identity transformation. So meditation activates inner awareness, right? And awareness naturally leads to transformation. Many people subconsciously sense this. They can kind of feel, right? They feel if I meditate, I may no longer be the same person. If I meditate, I might have to face things that I have put off or suppressed for my whole life. If I meditate, I might outgrow people, places, habits, and even relationships. Might lose some people. The ego, just remember, the ego fears loss. The soul, however, sees evolution, and meditation exposes the difference. This is why silence feels dangerous to the unintegrated self. It threatens the very identity ego is fighting to protect. A lot to take in there. Just be patient. We're going to close this down. Meditation is not just a new age hipster trend anymore. It's a powerful tool of consciousness. It is a gateway. It is a gateway from chaos to clarity, from survival to creation, from 3D separation to 5D unity, and beyond. It calms the body. It rewires the brain. It opens the heart and expands consciousness. You don't have to be some monk living in a cave up in the Himalayas. You do not have to be perfect. Anyone can do it. You just have to start and then keep showing up for yourself. Because in the end, meditation is not about becoming somebody else or someone else. It's about remembering who you have been all along. That's about it. Thank you guys all for tuning into Conscious Creator. I really appreciate it. If this video helped you guys understand meditation in a deeper way, drop a comment, like it, subscribe it, share it. You know the drill. Share it with somebody who's ready to awaken. Thanks again so much for your presence. I really appreciate it, and I am truly grateful for this opportunity to share life-changing knowledge with you. So keep it up, folks. Stay present, stay conscious, stay courageous, keep creating, be weird. Oh, and follow the rabbit. Aloha.